Hi, beautiful people. One of the things I did want to tell you guys, real quick, that's a big tip that I like to give my friends, especially if you're one that likes to save a lot of time by cooking ahead. What you're going to want to do is cook your favorite recipes. Today's candle day, those got ruined by the sun, so I'm going to make a bunch of candles, bunches and bunches of yummies. It's going to be nice. So anyway, I love to make candles, and I found a bunch of spices I forgot that I got. I'm excited. So God's so good to me. Even on a day that I can't go shopping, it's still like shopping. So anyway, he's fun. So anyway, I love this, but I'll tell you, there are so many things that I make because of how flavorful my cooking is. By the time you're done cooking it, you can almost be sick of it. You know what I mean? So I so highly suggest that you stick it in the fridge or put it in the free. My big thing is freezer meals, and I gotta tell you, I'm loading this up right now for the freezer. I'll be covering it with foil. I do it to the very top, and I quite honestly, most people, and that's because I use it quickly. But if you don't, you might want to leave a little space. But then you push down the foil to take care of that gap. So I don't know what the big difference it would be. Meanwhile, I can tell you it keeps it fresher for me. Fresher in, edibility, but I can tell you this much. Your flavors mix and mingle, especially if you leave it in the fridge for a couple of days, but I like to have it much later, like days, weeks later, and it just hits me so good. It's like, oh, this is good. Because it has this, the being that you pre-made it, it has the feeling of fast food. That you've gone and somebody else did it. And I remember somebody saying anything tastes good that I didn't have to cook. Okay, I said that to myself a couple of times, but the point that I'm making is that by having this yummo, like my Aunt Duran's enchilada pie, I really love it. But when I cook it, I eat it, I enjoy it. Yeah, we enjoy it, and it's yummy. But wow, if you put it in the freezer and find it by accident 2 weeks later and you forgot all about it, oh my gosh, I was floored. I was floored. I was like, okay, I have to pass this along to my peoples and let you guys know that if you ever want to really enjoy your own cooking, make sure you freeze some of it. Not macaroni and cheese. I wouldn't do that. But soups, stews, yes, some casseroles, certainly taco, burrito, mixes, things like that, jambalaya, gumbo really froze good for me. And I had it later over rice. And I mean, okay, I did overdo it that day. I remember taking a huge nap afterwards. Say my mama. Anyway, I want to let you guys know that little hinty hint hint. Because if you do that. Oh, and here's another one for you. Maybe I'll include that in the title. If you really are dedicated to having your smoothies, which are great for regularity, come on. That's my little line of ketchup. You don't put ketchup in the fridge. A lot of people do that, and it just makes it harder all around. Just leave it out. Meanwhile, keep your bananas right next to the blender. Keep your blender right next to the fridge. And you've already got half your smoothie done, okay? I've got an ice maker. So I grab my ice, my milk, I throw in my banana, sometimes I'm so lazy I'll only bust it in half, And then up here I've got little doohahas like cinnamon. I like to really dump cinnamon. So I don't know if you can see that big old jar of cinnamon back there. But yeah, and that's cinnamon, and then I'll put vanilla in it. There's pumpkin pie spice. I'll get jiggy with it. I've done everything from lemon to butter flavoring, and they're not real flavorings. I don't care. They're not poison, and I'm happy. And so, meanwhile, and I am the girl that will try the new stuff, like this chili and garlic. I know that's going to be so good. And actually what it is it's sea salt, but it's got that in it. And it really adds to your cooking. Spices are where it's at. There's a reason that Columbus was risking his life. That's why people were buying, looking for spices and whatnot when they discovered America in the first place, and I called them Indians, because India, curry, my favorite thing. Now right here, that's my little secret right there. I'm not going to even tell anybody. Later, I will tell everybody. But it's got everything from cloves to It has cumin, curry, turmeric. It's got oh man, it's got some red chili pepper. But what's the other one that everybody? It's so expensive. Oh gosh, it's yellow. What is wrong with me? I keep getting sage and it's not, and no, sage is not in that stuff. But anyway, oh wow, metal block, metal block. Ah, you guys get to laugh at me because this is something that I really like to. Ah, wow. Feel free to put it in the comments. Wow, come on, you guys. It's golden. It's delicious. Generally, it's from Egypt, but you can get it from other places as well. I'm going to put it in the comments because I feel so kind of DUMB right now. Do keep in mind that, I've had a lot of work. What can I tell you? And so, but, this is the way we do things, guys. We plan ahead, we prepare. Have your kitchen set up for how you actually use it. You see? I don't want to go digging for things. So I have what I know I'm going to be using right at hand. And it just really, the more steps you save, the more fun your life's going to be. And in my case, I always got to have my little television. I love to have my Nigella on. I love to, right now it's just a beautiful scenery, And so, but I've been doing a lot around here. I have to clean the front of that aquarium. Hello. There is ostensibly an algae eater in there. I cannot spot the algae eater. I hope these two fools did not eat it. Okay, I was like, okay. Which is kind of ironic, That's Bruce and Jamie right there. Ah, fun, huh? B and J, they're so fun. Meanwhile, oh, they're over. You guys are liars. They've been fed. Look at them. Ah, she's starving us to the death. I'll throw some broccoli in there in a minute. They love broccoli. But this morning they had the formal fish foods. I give them all that they need. Penny's been getting everything she needs as well. As you can see, I have a ton of work. But it's fun. That collapsed garden shelf really kind of added to the WRK, but okay, I'm fine, I'm happy. And I've got to get my phone hooked up today. There's still people playing with my identity and giving me lots of trouble, but that's okay. See, we live in the United States of America, and as a Christian, God always goes before you. So I'm very blessed in that never are problems insurmountable. I might be delayed, but I'm never denied, and I might have issues come up, but it always comes out later. True story, guys. Even my delays and debacles later found out it was a good thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, wait, cool. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe I'd argued with somebody on the phone. I don't know. And so it's just super exciting that God does have such a close eye on us. And don't you fool yourself for a moment. He concerns himself with everything you do, good, bad, or indifferent. Why would you be a better parent than him? And those of us that are good parents, we know that we can get ridiculous about our kids. I've really had to be a Nazi with myself on not being clingy with my kids because my kids are absolutely self-actualized, intelligent, incredible, amazing people. And the last thing I think they want or need is mommy being a big old fuss budget over them. Because as a Jewish mother, I'd be such a yenta. I'd be like, when are you going to get married? I'd be introducing them to every eligible band. Just kidding. I would have to have the Lord lead me in that. Because even with myself, I don't direct myself in romance. I let the Lord pick it. And I enjoy, people are very nice to you when you're not having sex with them. Sorry, guys, but that's just the case. People think it's the other way around, and it's not. Just be you. Have great hobbies, and people will love you for the jokes you tell. You know what I mean? The stories that you give. Just tell them about your life. It's not about them. Care about what's going on with them and their life, But it's amazing because I get so plenty attention, when it comes to the, opposite sex. And I think they're wonderful and I adore them. And I always try to pull out their nobility and the goodness in them because I love good men. I love, I'm the girl that will see a manicured beard at the store and go, thank you for keeping that beard. It's probably some work, but gosh, keeping America beautiful. Thank you so much, And I mean, these dudes are beaming, And yeah, I'm the girl that thanks for their service, for our responders, our first, I don't even want to say first responders, all responders. I really appreciate, I've been that way, one of the things I had to learn in my life was not to overdo my appreciation of authority. If you wore a uniform, I believed in what you said lockstep. So being full-blooded Jewish, it was very blessed that I was given a real rundown of what happened in World War II. And I think I'm one of those that really learned the lesson. Oh my gosh, let me move this. I thought at first I don't know. I thought the fish was eating a plant or something, but it's my feather duster, which that was another film. Actually, we're changing Penny's name, guys. We realized that we don't know what Penny is. We thought Penny was the mama bird. Turns out those eggs were dead and that Penny was a babe. And so now we're going to call her Androgyny. Okay, why? Because we have no idea as to gender. And then we'll call her Andy for short. When we find out if she's a girl or a boy, one of these days we will find out. If it's a girl, we'll name her Jeannie. My mom, her name used to be Jeannie, and that was her legal name. But she did not like that because my mother, being a witch, she hates math. She wrote Mysticism and Magic, Dr. Gina Katakas. There's your plug, Mom. Well, let me tell you, she did not like me watching those shows. Bewitched or Genie, I wasn't allowed to watch them. But I snuck it. Oh my gosh. She even took the TV knobs so that I couldn't do it. And that's when they realized I was a genius because I was rigging the TV. So I used the plug for a power switch. It was amazing. I go get actual tools to use as knobs, ditch the tools, and then I'd have other mechanisms, And so, yeah, kind of my mom did have a challenge. I'll give her that much. Anyway. Sure hope you guys know I love you. Wanted to check in and give you those tips. Let you know that I just want to really spread the joy. When you follow Jesus and God, everything in your life can become so magical. And that is such a trivial word for such an incredible thing. There's just no words for it. Even the word blessings doesn't quite handle it. And so I think the best way for me to tell everybody is that's where joy is. There's such joy in taking care of your plants. I told you about the garden shelf debacle. That whole thing got taken out. We don't know why. And so they're all doing so well. We've got bell peppers, strawberries, tomatoes, potatoes, onions. We've got rosemary. We've got thyme. I can't have rosemary without thyme. Go see that. That's a lovely British mystery series. And if you want to have some joy, enjoy on me. I want you to know the tea. Always, always remember that there is absolutely a choice to happiness. You can love your shower, you can dread your shower. You can love your job, you can dread your job. You can love your kids, you can dread your kids. You can love your mate, you can dread your mate. You can love your house, you can dread your house. Make your home the resort of your life, because that's the only place you know for a fact that you actually can afford to go to. And what about COVID? People with all their money found that they didn't have the choices they wished. Remember that God loves you, and so do I.